Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the St. Thomas School. Today we are going to start the second part of chapter number 4, that is memory, storage, device, and data representation. In this video, we will understand how the data is represented in the computer memory. Data may be textual, numerical, images, video, audio. So we will see how these data are represented in the computer memory. So first we will talk about the number system. The first number system, which you know already, decimal number system. This number system consists of 10 symbols: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Using this 10 symbols, we can write any numbers. For example, 24, 55, 1045. This number system includes 10 symbols, that's why its base is 10. Binary number system. This number system consists of two symbols, 0 and 1, that's why its base is 2. This number system is used by the computer to represent the integers value. Now how to convert from decimal to binary? Let's see. Rules. Take a decimal number as a dividend and 2 as a divisor. Means the number which we have to convert to the binary will be considered as dividend, and we need to divide always by 2. So here I have written second rule, divide this number by 2. 2 is a base of binary, so divisor here. Store the remainder in an array. Means whatever the remainder comes, that will be recorded. Remainder will be 0 or 1 because it is divided by the 2 only. Repeat the above two steps until the number is greater than 0. Print the array in a reverse order, which will be equivalent binary number of given decimal number. Here the decimal number is 125. We want to convert to the binary number. So as I told that decimal number will be considered as dividend and the 2 is divisor. So always we have to divide 125 by the 2, and whatever remainder comes, that will be recorded. So here 125 will be divided by 2, it will go in 62 times and remainder will be 1. Again 62 will go in the 31 times, remainder will be 0. 31 will go by 2 in 15 times, remainder will be 1. 15 will go by 2 in 7 times, so remainder will be 1. 7 will go by 2 in the 3 times, remainder will be 1. Similarly, we have to divide and we have to record the remainder. You can see here I have a recorded remainder, and we need to write the remainder in a reverse order, means from bottom to top. So you can see the binary number of 125 decimal number is 1 1 1 1 0 1, and here 2 is indicating that is a base, and here 10 is indicating the base of decimal number. So here always we have to keep in the mind the number given is considered as dividend and 2 as a divisor. We need to always divide the given number by 2, and what remainder comes, that will be recorded, and when the remainder comes 0 or last, then that all the remainders will be recorded. Binary to decimal. How to convert binary to decimal? For example, here there is a number 1 1 1 1, 5 times 1, 101, that is the binary number we need to convert to a decimal. So first of all, you write the number. Second, write down the position of each number which starts from the 0 from the right side. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see the position of first 1 from the right side is 0, the second is 1, and third is 2, and so on. Place value of each is 2 raised to 6. From the left side, 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 0. Now we need to multiply the number and its place value. So 1 into 2 raised to 2 raised to 6 plus 1 into 2 raised to 5 plus 1 into 2 raised to 4 plus 1 into 2 raised to 3 plus 1 into 2 raised to 2 plus 0 into 2 raised to 1 plus 1 into 2 raised to 0. Calculate this. It will be 1 into 64 plus 1 into 32 plus 1 into 16 plus 1 into 8 plus 1 into 4 plus 0 into 2 plus 1 into 1. 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1, that is 125. So that is the example through which we understood how to convert binary to decimal. Hence, the binary of 1111101 is 125. Now we will talk how to represent unsigned integer numbers in a computer memory. That's why the topic is unsigned integers number representation. Any unsigned integer, that is 0 and positive integers number, can be represented into the computer by converting the number into its equivalent binary number. Means whatever the number comes to represent in the computer memory, we need to convert to the binary number. For example, 5 is given, convert it to the binary, that is 101. You know how to convert. Represent this number in the computer memory as it is. You can see here 000000101, that is 8-bit representation. The 0 indicates this number is positive, 1 represents this number is negative. So here this number is positive. So last bit you. Now signed integer representation. Let's see. To represent 0, positive and negative integer, 3 different schemes are used. These are as follows. Signed magnitude method. Second, ones complement method. Third, twos complement method. Let's understand signed magnitude method. In this method, a prefix 0 for indicating positive or prefix 1 for indicating negative number is used. Means if the number is positive, so in the left side we have to put 0, that will indicate the number is positive. If the number is negative, so in the left side, first left side, we have to put 1, that indicates the number is negative. For example, -5. So we need to convert this 5 in the binary, that is 101. Since this number is negative, then the first bit will be 1 and remaining bits will be same as binary digits representing these numbers. But this method has some limitation. For example, the number 0 has two possible representations according to this method, positive 0 or negative 0. That's why you can see here how these numbers have been represented, range of numbers. Number of binary digits, 8 bits. So the minimum number is -128, means 2 raised to 7, and maximum is 2 raised to 7 minus 1, that is 127, means -128 to plus 127. If the numbers are 16-bit representation, so minimum range is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. If the bits are 32 bit, then the numbers minimum is minus 2 raised to 31 to plus 2 raised to 31 minus 1. So this is the range. Ones complement method. This method 0 is replaced by, in this method 0 is replaced by 1 and 1 is replaced by 0. For example, 10101. So here its ones complement is 01010. As I repeat, 0 is replaced by 1 and 1 replaced by 0. That is a ones complement method. Now we'll talk about the twos complement method. In this method, firstly we need to convert the given binary number into ones complement. Means we have to follow the ones complement method. Then add 1 to the result. Means what? Ones complement of given number. That will be added 1. For example, there is a 9. So 9 is decimal number. So we need to convert to the binary. So its binary is 01001. This is positive number. That's why in the beginning I have put the 0. That 0 indicates this number is positive. And as we know, if we put 1 at the beginning, that is considered as negative. So find the ones complement of that. So ones complement will be 10110. Now add 1 to this. If I add 1, that will be 1011. Here I want to give some rules for adding the two binaries number. If 10 added, so result will be 1. 01 added, that will be 1. 000. 1 plus 1, that will be 10. It's not 2. Why? Because we are using the binary number. I repeat, 1 plus 1, that will be 10, not 2. I repeat one more time, 1 plus 1 is 10. It's not a addition of decimal number, it's a addition of binary number. So you have to keep in the mind. Floating point number representation. To represent fractional number, this method is used. Fractional number means a number which is in the point. Before that, we discussed how to represent the integers number. Integer number may be positive or may be negative. Integers numbers are just like a whole numbers. Means it has no fractional part. Now we are talking about how to represent the floating point. Floating point means a number which are having the fraction like 2.5, 3.5. To represent this fractional number, the floating point number is used. The IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This method is used. In this method, we are using the IEEE. That is the institute which has developed to represent this floating point number representation. According to this method, representation of given number is divided into three parts as given below. The first part is sign, second part is exponent, and the last part is fraction. For the sign we use the 1 bit, and for the exponent we use the 8 bit, and for fraction we use the 23 bit. Total will be 32 bit. I repeat, to represent floating point number we use the IEEE method. What is IEEE? So IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. They developed the method. According to this method, we you have to use the 32 bit. The first 1 bit is used for sign. Sign may be positive or negative, and second bit is used for second 8 bit is used for exponent, and the last 23 is used for fraction. The three parts are given below. Let's go in detail. The most significant bit is sign bit with 0, 0 for negative, 1 for positive. And following 8 bits represent exponent. And the remaining 23 bits represent fraction. Suppose s is equal to 0, then the number is negative. If s is equal to 1, the number is positive. You can see here there is a number 1, 1, 6 times 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So you can see here s is equal to 1, that is indicating negative number, and exponent is 1, 6 times 0, 1, that is exponent which use 8 bits exponent. And for the fractional you can see the rest of the numbers, that is 23 bits for the fractions. So here I want to revise. IEEE method is used to represent floating point numbers. Floating point numbers means a number which has two parts, whole numbers and a fractional, like 2.5, 3.5, minus 2.3, minus 4.5. For that we have to use this floating point representation. After knowing how to represent various numbers, now we are going to understand how to represent character. Character means any alphabets, any special characters. In computer memory, characters are represented in bit patterns. Group of 7, 8, 16 or 32 bits can be used to represent each character. The rules that determine such bit patterns in a specific length are known as coding scheme. 7 bits ASCII. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange Code. This is the organization which has developed 7-bit character representation in computer memory. 8-bit ANSI, American National Standard Institute Code. For the 7-bit we use the ASCII, and for the 8-bit we use the ANSI. ANSI stands for American National Standards Institute Code. Character representation. An extended binary. Another method is EBCDIC. Here I discuss the first ASCII, second ANSI. ASCII is used for 7-bit representation. ANSI is used for 8-bit representation. Now we are talking about another method that is called extended binary coded decimal interchange code. In the short we say EBCDIC. These coding schemes represent characters into 7 or 8 bits. Means it use both 7 or 8. So it is much better than the. You can see here the character representation into ASCII. If the number is 55 in a decimal, so its symbol will be 7. Binary will be, the binary how to convert. So you can see if the number is 9, so you can see the decimal number is 57. So 9 is a symbol, so represent this in the ASCII. Basically, these techniques are used to represent or store the data into the computer memory. Now you have questions in the mind. So why we are going to study this? It's very simple. If you want to be a software developer, so there if you want to write a code to represent uh, data in the computer memory, so we should know that. Then you can go for coding. So that time it will be very useful. Character representations next. One can represent maximum 256 possible patterns using the size of 8 bits. Means if you are using the 8 bits, so it has a maximum 256 possible patterns, where each patterns represent a specific character. Hence, we may represent limited number of characters. Further, this character schemes do not represent all the characters in all the languages in uniform format. Presently, Unicode scheme is used to represent character into computer memory. Means nowadays we are using the Unicode scheme. Unicode is a modern technique for representing the characters in the computer memory. It provides a universal and efficient characters representation. Means everywhere the scheme will be applicable. Unicode use either 16 or 32 bits to represent the characters. 16-bit allows to represent 65,536 characters uniquely, whereas 32 bits allows to represent more than 1 lakh characters uniquely. Here, the Unicode character formations are given. You can understand Unicode for 0, what is Unicode for, and for 1, what is Unicode. So you can see from here. Now talking about image representation. After discussing how to represent numbers, we are going to understand how to represent the image. To represent the image, we use the various techniques. The image representation in computer memory is called digital image. Means the photo which you capture using the mobile phone, that is considered as digital, and that is stored in the 0 and 1 format. So there are two ways to represent the images. The one is vector, another is raster. In vector representation, image use digits, means 0 and 1, to describe its components, or we can say this to describe its contents using position and size of geometric forms and shapes such as lines, curves, rectangles and circles. Means to represent images in computer memory, we use the two methods. The one is vector, another is raster. Vector use digits to describe its component, and which kind of the images are represented using this method: lines, curves, rectangles and circles. A vector images can be easily enlarged or shrunk without affecting the quality of image. Means when we enlarge the images which is stored in the vector format, it will be look clearly, doesn't blur. Even we are the making it large, we are shrinking it. Vector images are preferred to represent font, logos and many illustrations. Image representation. So here we will talk about the raster. A raster image representation use fixed number of rows and columns to represent image into computer memory. Each cell means intersection of rows and columns, is known as pixel. Means this raster image representation method use pixel, and you know the meaning of pixel. We always talk about my mobile has this much megapixel. So each pixel represents a value that represents the brightness of given color at a specific point. To improve the quality of an image, we really need to store a high amount of data into computer memory. For example, if there is a 3.1 megapixel, which means its resolution is 2048 into 1536, means 1536. So it's a dimension. If 3.1 megapixels, then its resolution is 2048, means this is a row, and 1536, that is column. In this example of raster are as for raster images following formats are popular: BMP, bitmap image; JPG, joint photographic export group; PNG, portable network graphic, that is most popular to transmit from one place to another on the net; GIF, graphics interchange format; TIF, tag image file format. Now we are going to understand how to represent audio and video to the computer memory. Audio and video are represented in the digital format. Computer represents sounds as a binary number. Digital video consists of sequence of digital images displayed in continuous fashion at a constant rate. Basically, what happens when we capture the live? So that is stored in sequential images, and when we played it, So it looks like the real video which is going to be played, but actual is that the images are played one by one, and when we played sequence in a sequential manner continuously, then it looks like a video, right? So digital video consists of sequence of digital images displayed in a continuous fashion at a constant rate. These images are identified as frames. Some popular video formats are FLV, flash video format, means the video which is created by the flash. You have already studied in the 7th standard. You have seen that 2, 3, 4 images you have taken in different positions, and if you combine and put some animation over there and if you play, so it looks like it's a video, but the real scenario is that it's not the video. It's the images. Images are going to be played in a various direction one by one. AVI, audio video interleave, WMV, Windows Media Video, MP4, Moving Picture Expert Group formats. Some popular audio formats are WAV, web form, audio file format, MP3, most popular, Moving Picture Expert Group, WMA, Windows Media. Here there is a homework for you. Homework for the chapter 3, which we have already seen in the previous video. Define the following terms: input device, output device, keywords. These are the keywords we have to define this. Now we talk about the keyboard, mouse, joystick, MICR, ECR, monitors, printers, projectors, OS, response. So this you have to define in the computer theory notebook, and then we have to complete the MCQ of this chapter. Homework for the chapter number 4. Define the following terms: memory, primary memory, secondary memory, RAM, ROM, cache, memory, SSD, HDD, CD, DVD, pen drive. Here SSD is the new technique. I think you will not see in the textbook, but you have to find out somewhere and you have to write it. Write down the full form of this terms: HDD, SSD, RAM, ROM, EEPROM, SRAM, DRAM, BIOS, ALU, CU, LIFO, FIFO, ASCII, ANSI, EBCDIC. And after this first and second, we have to convert the following into binary, as we have already seen how to convert the decimal number to the binary. And fourth, we have to convert the given decimal number to the binary number, and the fifth, we have to complete the MCQ of this chapter. So these are the homework you have to do, and you have to write down on the notebook. Thank you for watching this video. We will meet again. Bye bye. See you.